hands, and she spoke words of wisdom.
Thanks for stopping by again. First of all, what did you think of tonight's show?
I thought it was great. I thought it was really cinematic how they like set a tone and an atmosphere. I walked in here, it made me nostalgic straight away because they had the smell of barley or the incense going. They had an incense being walked around first, and then the tone was like extremely dark and spiritual and had a really nice aesthetic. All the clothes were very beautifully made and it was great. We
were talking yesterday about first with 8.5, the different personalities of women, and we were talking about, the different things. There's Nicole, the model, the designer, the creator, the writer, and now the music mogul. Now tomorrow you're doing a set at 92.9, and you're also telling us about singing. Talk me through about that.
I've developed an affinity with the radio.
Yes. We're going to definitely tune in and listen to it.
It's so funny. I went on Nova today and I had such a great time. I'm a huge music fanatic. All of my friends are in music. I get given the best iPods, and I steal iPods, and I'm known for watch your iPod when Nicole's around. So I had a great time in there today. I've never done the radio before, and they had a great time, and we spoke about really cool stuff. And so tomorrow I'm going on 92.9, so tune in to 92.9, 8:30 a.m. if you're an early bird. And yeah, I'm gonna do a set for half an hour to an hour, play some music, have some fun, call some friends. It'll be great.
On that note, I'm curious, in the soundtrack to your life, let's say there's 3 songs. What 3 songs would play? You don't have to say why.
Philip Glass. It's classical. I love Philip Glass. He did the soundtrack to The Hours. Have you seen that film?
I have seen The Hours, yes.
I really love listening to Philip Glass for classical. It's so hard for me. I love the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
I love Bob Dylan. I love the Rolling Stones. New music, I love hip hop. I love dubstep.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're killing me.
Perth in the summer.
I love Alexander.
So
I love the Morning Benders. I love so many bands. It's so hard.
You can tell how excited you get when you talk about it. With all the music type of thing. Is there obviously you're saying, is there anywhere that you want to go down that path? Obviously we talked about hobbies and just those things are just creative, fun outlets.
Yeah, studying acting was so great. I did it for 4 years, but you can't really practice acting anywhere. You can, but it's kind of hard. I used to travel with a guitar all the time, and I used to break them. I used to have baby Martins, and I used to always travel with a baby Martin.
Yeah.
And I used to break them constantly. But it was so beautiful because we have so much downtime when we're traveling.
Yeah.
And we are very rarely with people that we, love or best friends. So
it's the lifestyle.
That became my best friend, and I kind of traveled with it for a long time, and then started a band which didn't really go very far because there was a clash of personalities. But recently I've acquired some new musicians, and we're making music together, and we spend about 5 hours a day, which is a lot of time.
Terrific.
They say it takes 10,000 hours.
To perfect something,
10,000 hours. So I feel like I spend a lot of time doing this. And we have 3 songs. We're working on an EP. We're working with some really great people in New York. And we recorded a song in Paris and started playing it to people. And they were like, wow, we really love this song. And then they asked us to perform for New York Fashion Week based off that song.
Wow.
So I was traveling at the time, and we had 3 days to pull it together and rehearse and get on stage. And I said, don't put us on the list. I was like, don't put us on the invitation. Don't tell anyone, because I don't know if my nerves are going to be able to pull through.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through. And I didn't invite anyone, and I didn't tell anyone that I was doing music. Because I have so much respect for it. Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to disrespect.
Was anyone in your family into music? Do you reckon this came through that, like your mum?
My dad. I played tambourine in my dad's band when I was 5.
Wow, terrific. That's where it all started.
He used to call me his little music girl. You ask my dad what he called me my whole childhood. Because from the moment I could move my body, I would bop. to
You're
music.
just strutting. I was like,
I would just bop.
with some of my friends, like I think it's such a, especially in Perth now, the music culture has just grown heaps type of thing.
Yeah.
And people are really exploring, which is really good. And also other creative industries, obviously you have your acting as well, and so you're taking a bit of a break now. But with that same type of thing, you know, when you want to get into it, is there anyone, I guess, that you wish to emulate, or anyone that you can look at and go, these are strong, you know, like, with you get a strong sense of will? Is there women that you admire?
I actually like get most of my inspiration from men, strangely enough. I find that men are really strong and they're really specific with their vision.
Yeah.
Sometimes women, it's in our nature to be a little bit like unsure. Men have tunnel vision. Women have, you know,
just much
we're
more
better
perceptive view
drivers.
of,
We're better drivers. But I guess I like knowing what I want. I love losing myself in an art. That was the good thing about performing. I didn't think we could do it, and when I got on stage and I heard the music play, I lost myself. I don't even remember the performance at all. And I think when you experience that with a craft, like when I studied acting, when I'd experience that on stage, and you lose yourself, it's like a euphoric experience, and you can't really emulate that any other way than doing the work and having that experience, like an out-of-body experience. I'm in love with all forms of art, and I really appreciate people that carry their vision and share it with the world.
I have to say too, you seem that you have such a strong sense of, I guess, work, but it's not work because you love it. Like everything you do, you really seem to kind of go, okay, I'm going to learn, I'm going to engage myself, I'm going to jump in, you know, with both. I think it's such an admirable quality. Is that something that, have you picked it up from life experience, or just when you were young type of thing?
I was not always like this. I was very tortured at one point in my life. Mm-hmm. I relied on a partner, a man, to be in my life since I was very young, and I had such a negative view on the world for a really long time. I'm not gonna lie, like I really felt like a victim.
It's refreshing to hear though,
you know?
because
I mean, I think when you're going through puberty and when you're becoming a woman, for anyone, when you're going through school, through bullying, all that stuff that's happening on the news right now, you know, it's really hard, it's tough, and you don't feel like anybody understands.
And it's at a pivotal time, it's said, when you are going through a strong transition, and a lot of that can alter, I guess, the direction you go, and it's just really refreshing here because you seem to have it so together that it's just kind of...
Not always. I mean, I remember I was watching the news this morning. I think it was the first time I've watched TV in like months, but I was eating breakfast watching the news, and I saw Lady Gaga on the news that she dedicated the song to the little boy that committed suicide. And she said, like, to all the kids out there that are going through a hard time, it gets better. Yeah. And it does. Like, I would never take any of it back, any of it. And I'm so happy to finally become a woman and to feel like I finally get the gist of life. I get the gist of it. I've never
what it's about.
What it's about, like just maturing and feeling like it's okay. Like we all go through it. We're all the same, really. We're kind of defined by our experiences. Yeah. And I know now that you choose your experiences. Like I can choose to do whatever I want, and anyone can choose to do whatever they want. And so I'm kind of just making the most of it. I'm diving in. Like even being here at Perth Fashion Festival. Yeah. It has been incredible. Like I am so impressed with the talent that comes out of WA, and it's been a great experience for me. I mean, yeah, people might think I live overseas and I do this all, and I do. I have a great life, but being here has been great too. It's another experience to put in the books.
It's terrific to have you here, and I think so many people kind of get more of an insight because on the outside there's the exterior of glamour model, lifestyle, charm kind of thing, but definitely when you get behind the surface you can see there's so much more to you, that you have all this life experience and all these other endeavors that you're passionate about. And it's not just, honestly, it's not just like a fleeting thought. It's like, we've thought about it, and you're actively going towards it, which I think is one of the best things I guess anyone could do, because you only have that one shot at last. It's like swing for the fence, because there's no participation. Like, and you might be an amazing musician or actor, writer, whatever, just go out and test those waters.
And it's honestly, like, I work so hard. hard work pays off.
I think
Nothing comes easy.
Effort equals
Nothing.
reward, and the most successful people you meet in life will tell you, they go, I don't consider myself talented. I'm just, if I have to be there at 7 in the morning, you know, I'm learning, like you said before, 10,000 hours. Okay, well, we're just going to cross however many hours off each day and just work and work and work and work. And I'm going to, you know, grind myself into the ground just to get to that point where, yes, I've learned everything and build up that skill set.
Yeah, and it's great to also like indulge in other, you know, fields. Like things that you don't think you're interested in. Be curious about stuff. Find out what other people are doing. Like, you know, you become more worldly and wise, and it might inspire what you're doing as well.
Terrific.
You know?
Well, thank you so much for stopping by again.
Pleasure.
I feel like we're selling you for so long, but enjoy the rest of your time.
I love it. I love that you're curious.
No, honestly, like, I love it a lot.
In the basement, people in the basement. You